starting with you, Young. I'm really impressed of the first-time coach Mike McDaniels. What do you think about him and how he's kind of just taken over this team?
He's fun, man. I like him. He's like probably other than Dan Campbell, he's probably like the second most interesting / exciting head coach. He's brought like a swagger to Miami, and I think that's definitely helped them with his hot start.
What about you, Animal?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I love everything he stands for. I love the energy he brings. It's just and I love that you know, after the Brian Flores stuff with the Dolphins and whatnot, it's good to see them kind of rebound and hire a coach that, you know, represents a lot of different things. So it's good to see him get an opportunity. He's thriving. He's absolutely thriving, which is fantastic.
I know. I was a little hesitant about him at first, but yeah, he's looking real good. Bozo, what's your take on Mike?
I don't know at the moment. I'm feeling kind of distasteful with him right now because of the Tua situation and starting him today.
Yes.
Besides that, the play calling and everything has been crazy good. I've been watching them for their defense. They were blitzing us and they moved over to a cover 2 and like doing that, and then they one-on-one T there to end the half. And I don't know if that was the best idea, but that was the first big time play they've had this season with the Bengals. And that's pretty cool, man. It's really cool. But no, they're I like his scheme. I like his style. I like the aggressiveness. I kind of wish they would have went for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal that first drive.
Yeah.
But you know, 25 drives in a row without allowing a touchdown for the Cincinnati defense, and they just scored that. Yeah, they just scored that touchdown, so it ruined the streak.
That is crazy. I did not know that.
Yep, they were going at it, man. The defense, our secondary, the Bengals secondary, highly underrated. Like I've been telling people about Logan Wilson, Cheeto Awuzie, Mike Hilton. People don't talk about Mike Hilton enough. He's like one of the best like slot cornerbacks in the league. And we picked him up from the Steelers. Yeah.
I'm a Cowboy. I miss Cheeto. Cheeto is my dude, so I feel that. Using it too with like mid young guys. That's really funny.
Yeah, so like their defense, like the secondary is balling out, and then on our line we have DJ Reader out tonight. You know, and DJ Reader's a monster at nose tackle. And so BJ Hill is the one that's filling in, and Josh Tupou and all those guys. And Josh Tupou, unfortunately, was the guy on that sack on Tua. And that was his first sack in his career.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's wild to think about. But, you know, I really think their defense is underappreciated. And now that the offensive line is like sort of like gelling together, they picked up these vets in the offseason. I think they're, you know, kind of getting it together and seeing, you know, honestly, I don't think Burrow has played too great tonight. He's missed 3 big time throws.
And it's crazy that touchdown throw was like a little bit behind Higgins.
It was underthrown. It was underthrown. But thankfully we have playmakers like T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst. Oh my word. Oh my word.
Flex
what a guy. Dude, he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Great pickup in the offseason.
Hey, I gotta welcome in my guy with the awesome takes. My guy Rowdy in the building. Hey, what's good, Rowdy? How we doing?
It was a battle to get here, but we're here now. Sorry. I did not know that my browser was not supported for this anymore until I went to hit it. So I was like, oh, I'll go to my other browser. Wasn't supported either. It was like Chrome. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I'll download Chrome.
Hey, but that's the thing though, Rowdy. You know, I know you got the tap out shirt on, but Rowdy doesn't tap out. You know, Rowdy keeps fighting. Rowdy keeps going. You know, hey, Rowdy might be in a battle. He's not down. He's not out. He gets back up and he just fights. Hey, welcome in, Rowdy. I'm glad to have you. We're waiting on one other guy. I don't know if he's going to make it. But, yo, we are here. Halftime Hangout. I am super excited to have this crew. Like, yo, we got the Animal, one of the best beards on Twitch. He has one of the best emos. I think I've been subbed to his channel ever since Yimmy started twerking, and I just can't get rid of that. Between that emote And then the one where, you're shaking your head and going all crazy. I love those emotes. Those are like the best emotes. Welcome in, Animal.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here.
Hey, I'm gonna let you guys know, Animal is a Cowboys fan. So if you want to give him a hard time, go ahead. But we'll start off with you, Animal. Cowboys, yes. Cooper Rush. Your defense is looking stunning, amazing. That Cooper Rush doesn't even have to go crazy, but he's looking good. Give me your take on the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the people that are saying, "Oh, should they trade Dak?" I'm like, "Oh, please stop it. Stop it." He has 3 career starts. Let's calm down. Everybody breathe. He's doing his job. He knows the scheme. He's been with the team 5 to 6 years of his career, so he knows the scheme really well. And he's really gelling with the backups. And unfortunately, we got a lot of injuries, so we have a lot of backups in right now. So he's actually kind of thriving in that environment. And like I said, they're not asking him to do a lot. They're just asking him to manage the game, not turn the ball over. And he's actually made some big boy throws. But the reason the Cowboys are 2-1 is their defense. Their defense is insane. Yeah. The pass rush they're able to generate with Dan Quinn's defense it's unreal. Micah Parsons is a phenom.
Defensive player of the year.
Yeah, honestly. I mean it's crazy. It's crazy. Like the Cowboys had 35 pressures against Daniel Jones. Like every time he passed the ball, 35 pressures is wild. Like you're not going to win a game. And like I said, that allows the offense to just kind of do what they're supposed to do right now, just run the rock. They got Jason Peters playing left guard, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's a weird team, but it's a fun team. Like I said, really young team, and I'm enjoying it. And when Dak comes back, hopefully after the bye, let Cooper in. Like I said, if they could be 500 at the bye week, I'll be happy.
Now I gotta ask you because we get a lot of conversation with your running back situation. A lot of people like, Tony Pollard needs more of the rock. Tony Pollard needs the rock more. Yes. And it's almost like you get into a situation to where Zeke is the one that's getting paid. Do we still force feed him? Do you like the balance that you're seeing so far? Do you want to see Tony Pollard get the rock more?
Well, they're hoping to get 30 touches between the two of them, and right now it's about 50-50. It needs to be like 75% going to Pollard, and then have Zeke, just be the hammer. He's so much more explosive. He's so much more. He offers you so much. The problem with Pollard though is he's got no pass protection. Yeah. So anytime they pass the ball, he's getting bulldozed, and he's basically a liability out there. So. Zeke's got a value in that. He's one of the best pass blocking running backs, but he's lost a step or 3, and his contract's just really gross. So yeah, it's a tough situation. I think Pollard needs to get the ball a lot more. He's a free agent after this season, so they're not going to pay him. So they'll kind of do what they did with DeMarco Murray. Hopefully, just run him into the ground essentially.
Oh no!
And then the Eagles will sign him, and he won't do anything. It'll be great.
No, there's a similar situation happening in Cincinnati too with Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, he's done well tonight, but so far this year, that was his first touchdown tonight. That first touchdown on that first drive, and they paid him. They paid him really well, and our backup is playing a lot better than he is. Yeah. And that's why I'm a big advocate of not paying running backs. Never giving them like big baseball contracts. Yeah. Like give them like 2 to 3 year deals. Don't give them a ton of money. Like it's just not worth it because it's a liability. They're so prone to injuries. Anytime they get the ball on a play, they're going to go down. Unless they score a touchdown, they're getting tackled every time, right? It's a
or that's Frank Gore.
It's a it's a liability. Yeah, but Frank Gore, that's an anomaly.
I know, right? Yo, we got my guy Rowdy in here. Rowdy, I know you got 2 teams, Lions and is it Colts?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the Colts. I want to talk about the Colts game. That game was wild. It was looking real ugly for Kansas City early on. It was almost like, I think it was Sky Moore who was returning punts, and he was looking up, and the Colts got that funky stadium to where the sun was coming through, and the Colts defense was just really good, and they were missing a couple of guys, and then the Chiefs looked like they was going to control the game and whatever, and then Chris Jones said something. He said something that caused that penalty when it should have been 4th and long, and Matty Ice came back and led the drive. Yo, talk to me about that game, Rowdy.
I mean, they won because of me, obviously. We all know I became a Colts fan, and just look at all the great stuff that's happening. The Lions, while they lost against the Vikings, they're looking decent too. Great things happen when Rowdy becomes a fan of your team. I'm just saying, right? Like, just look at the amazing things that happen. It's the Rowdy luck. It's got to be, right? It's a mixture. It's okay. I'm gonna get a talking to by both of these individuals after I get off of here. Exactly. So
That's why I'm
I want Rowdy Luck emotes. I want Rowdy Luck emotes. Yes.
But no, I mean, I think Matt Ryan, a lot of people are overreacting. Like, here's the thing, like, a lot of people I feel like are kind of overreacting. It's like week 3 or 4, whatever. Like, you got to give it time, right? Like, middle of the season, and you got to kind of wait, and then you can kind of assess what teams look like they might be contenders going to the Super Bowl, what quarterbacks might look like they're awful, right? I mean, that's just how I've always looked at sports. When it comes to basketball, too, is you know, Roshaker, when it's early on the season, it's like 10 games in. People are like, this team sucks. And I'm like, it's 10 games out of an 82-game season. Calm down. You know, they've got 70-plus games left. It's just like that in the NFL. You know, you've got 17 weeks to play your best football. Just because your team is not doing well in week 3, and you saw this with the Colts last year. The Colts did not look like a great team at the start of last year. The start of the year, they were not that great. And as the year continued, they actually picked up momentum. Now, ultimately, they didn't make the playoffs because they lost against the Jags. But they started to pick up momentum. They started to gel. And I think they'll be fine with Matt Ryan. You know, you're bringing in another new quarterback. Give him some time. Let him get used to the offensive line. Same thing with Cincinnati, right? I know you can probably attest to this. A lot of people are talking about Cincinnati's O-line and, they brought in all these people. They're not even playing that great. It's week 3, you know, and a lot of these new guys weren't there last year. People don't realize how long it takes for that chemistry to build. And sometimes it won't even develop in a full season. So, you know, I think you saw...
Pause. That is the best take that this kid has ever said in his life.
Ooh.
Ever.
Yeah, you have to think. Yeah.
Talking about an offensive line that just got put together, having to gel over the season, is 100% right on the nose.
Yeah.
Good job, kid.
You have to think,
Howdy, buddy.
the Bengals, that brand new Bengals offensive line, week 1, TJ Watt. Week 2, Micah Parsons.
Yes.
Week 3, Jets.
Yeah.
You win that game.
But you
Week
could almost
4?
say that was a positive for you guys, not having to play against the, you know, it gives you your offensive line a game to kind of like breathe. And I feel like teams need that, right? Against the teams that aren't that great. It gives you, honestly, I feel like it's the best thing for a team. It allows you to kind of, you know, breathe a little bit when you're not playing against top 2 pass rushers in the NFL, right?
Exactly.
You know,
You
give them a minute, breathe, and you can develop.
Yeah, they can gel together, man. The thing is, too, the funny thing is, like, that Steelers game, no matter, like, how many sacks or how bad our offensive line was playing, the reason you still have a chance in that game, Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Joe Burrow will always give you a chance in a game, no matter what's going on.
Yes.
In both those games, too. The Cowboys game as well. And that's the thing. They're playing well tonight. They're up at half, which is great. We typically win at half, stats-wise. But, like, you know, they're looking okay tonight. I don't know what that call was on 4th and 1 with the pitch. Zach Taylor called that last week. He called that last week, and it didn't work. And he did it again! He did it again!
Stubborn coaches. You gotta love stubborn coaches.
I was in here screaming at my TV, like, what are you doing? Why are you calling that again?
I know, it's wild. I'm gonna get my guy Young in here. So Young, we already talked about, you know, your game last week, but you got an intriguing matchup this week with the Jets, and they're bringing back Zach Wilson. I think he's gonna start this week. What are you looking for the Steelers to do? I know you've been really down on their offense, talking about vanilla offense. They're playing against a young Jets team that's hungry. This Jets team is not your typical stomp on them, you know, get an easy dub type Jets team. Like, this is going to be a tough game. What do you think is going to happen this week?
I'll tell you what, the fact that Zach Wilson is playing, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, is almost a good thing for us, as opposed to playing against Flacco, who's been freaking balling out.
Yes.
But I mean, they have no choice. I mean, Zach Wilson's the heir apparent or whatever, you know. I mean, they're not going to like bench him for Joe Flacco. So,
yeah.
Oh, Flacco's been horrible. My bad.
What are you talking about?
I mean, okay. Flacco did have a very good week. I think it was the week against the Browns.
Yeah.
He had a really good week.
Yeah, like, but I don't know. Like, I liked Zach Wilson coming into the NFL or whatever. It just hasn't gone anywhere near what we thought it would be. So, if the pass rush can get pressure, without Watt being there, the secondary is starting to play better and come into shape. And I really like the way the linebacking core has played this year. Devin Bush has played a whole hell of a lot better. Miles Jack was a huge signing. So, I like the Steelers' ability to stop them defensively. It's just the offense is just such a question mark with Matt Canada and his play calling, Mitch Trubisky, and his decision making. Mitch is just playing way too careful, way too scared, trying not to mess up, and that's when you mess up when you try too hard. So that's like I've always said, what you focus on, you find. It feels like Trubisky's focusing on not messing up, and that's really what's happening. We're not going to see Kenny Pickett anytime soon, not till week 9 or 10 or whatever, depending on how the season goes. So we got to put our faith in Mitch, and they took some shots in the first half last week, and I hope that they continue to do that.
Now, speaking of playing cautious, we got my guy Trent joining us. Trent is a Rams fan, and they got Monday Night Football against a Jimmy G-led offense that, I don't know. This man was up here stepping out of bounds, getting a safety. But the Rams offense hasn't really looked as explosive as we seen them last year. Trent, talk to me about the Rams, and what do you think this game is going to be like? Can you hear me, Trent? Trent?
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry, we had a little hearing difficulty. But so we do got the Niners Monday night. I'm super ecstatic for that matchup. You know how I feel about that. There is some bad blood for the Niners. I mean, Aaron Donald has said it before in press conference. He has ill will towards them. Jimmy Ward came out and said he has hate towards us. We don't really care about the Cardinals. We always overlook them every year, just like we did last week. Took care of business. Kyler Murray was playing COD and, caught the L. And Seattle, we always take care of business against Seattle. So I'm excited for this Niners matchup. This is our opportunity to take an early division lead in the year, 2 wins in the division. Proving ourselves, like you mentioned. We haven't been the greatest offensively. I don't know if there's something wrong with Stafford that he's not telling us, because I think most of us know how Stafford is. He kind of likes to hide stuff. He did all his career in Detroit.
Well, they talk about
but
that
somehow
shoulder injury
he still finds a way to win and play through injuries. Again, him and Cooper Kupp are going to still be doing their thing. The thing I'm more worried about is getting acclimated, everyone else in the offense. Especially Allen Robinson. We signed him all this money. He's been a ghost. So I don't know what we need to do to get him right and get him acclimated. But I think this is a game where we need to come into the Niners' house, beat them soundly, punch Jimmy G and Shanahan in the mouth, and continue that black blood rivalry. 2 wins in the division, and we're going to be heading to 3-1 after 4 weeks. I'm excited.
Nice. Now, I know the game is back on, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys get back to it. But we'll start off with you, Trent. Trent, let the people know where they can find you and your schedule and all the good stuff. It's a delay. The hearing delay.
I'm watching the game.
He's like, I'm out.
You guys can find me everywhere on all of social media. I have the same tag as my social media name, Trent the Mexican, everywhere. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm a sports bettor. I'm gonna close out with this. You guys can find me there. I'm a sports bettor, and I will say, put your money on the lines to make the playoffs. That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
and don't bet on the under.
Okay. All right, Animal, it was so awesome having Animal on. I gotta have you back on if you're down.
Anytime. Anytime.
Let's
I'm
go.
clearing my schedule.
Hey, let the people know the Animal is a late night vibe, But let the people know where they can find you and what your channel is about.
Yeah, I'm a West Coast streamer, so I stream late. So I'm a late night West Coast streamer. So I usually start my streams around 8, 9 o'clock West Coast. So. But I usually stream Wednesday nights, Monday nights, and then kind of whenever I can. It's I might be live later tonight. We'll see. But it's the Animal 916. That's me on everything: Twitter, Twitch, anything. OnlyFans, I'm a Madden streamer. And like I said, vibes are always good. I'm not very good at the game, but we have a really good time. So appreciate having me, brother.
Nice. Thanks for being on here. Bozo Beatty, thank you so much for coming on. When you started speaking earlier today, I got chills. Like, you was just laying out like the facts of everything with your squad. And this is what had drawn me to your channel before. That one time I had raided you and I saw you and I was like, yo, oh my gosh, like she just knows so much about her team. And then we played that little trivia game where I was throwing biddies for every question you got right, and you was just knocking them out the park. Like you was about to take my house and everything. But Bozo Beatty, let everyone know where they can find you, what your schedule's looking at, and anything about your channel.
So I'm live typically at 11 p.m. Eastern at Bozo Beatty. My socials are all just like Bozo Beatty, same thing. My real name is Hannah, if you don't feel comfortable calling me Bozo. But yeah, I'm taking a little hiatus right now from streaming for personal reasons, but I'll be back after TwitchCon. So
wait, are you going to TwitchCon?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be there. Oh, we gotta link up. I'm gonna be there. Yeah. All right, I'll message you.
For sure. We need to like grab some drinks or something, man.
Definitely. What I'm gonna be out there Thursday night, leaving Sunday. Are you going out Thursday or Friday?
So I'm coming in Thursday and then leaving Sunday night. We're going to Vegas on the way back. And then we'll fly back to North Carolina after that. Yeah.
Oh, we having a litty West Coast trip then.
Yeah, man. I get the vacation shit in, you know.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Young, you're like a staple on the show. Let the people know. They probably already know, but let them know anyway where they can find you, Steeler Nation.
Yeah, you can find me here apparently every Thursday night. And Roy McCracken said in the chat, you can find me on all the channels except my own. Because you can find me on Roy McCracken's channel doing the XHG Hangout. We usually try to do that later in the evening. We've been doing it on Sunday nights, but we're going to try to find a different night for that because of football and everything. So, but yeah, Young_16 on Twitter and on the Twitch, and give me a follow on Twitter. I'll follow you back and yell at you for all the stuff you tweet about, like I do with Rowdy.
Hey, there we go.
I'll be sure to follow you guys back tonight too.
Yeah, same.
Let's go.
Gotcha.
And then my guy Rowdy, he is Rowdy just like his name. I'm Rowdy. We gotta get you a sponsorship with the that drink. Right? Is it called Rowdy Time?
Oh my goodness, bro! If I had a nickel for every day I get a tweet about that.
I'm sorry, I'm not going.
No, you're good. It's actually hilarious to me. I love it, but it's just so funny. I literally will check my Twitter every day and I'll be like, Rowdy, have you tried this? And I'm like, yes, I have.
Yes. And let the people know where they can find you and what your channel is about.
So you guys can find me, obviously, Rowdy Time on Twitch, and I am Rowdy Time on YouTube as well. And then my TikTok and Twitter are Rowdy Time Twitch. So I try to upload on pretty much every platform that I can. And then I also have an Instagram as well, which is just, I think it's just Rowdy Time. But yeah, I stream Monday through Friday. Normally boot up at like 1 p.m. Eastern. I've been doing a lot of double streams, so I go from like 1 to 3, get off, go to the gym because you got to get some exercise in, touch some grass, and then get back on at night.
I didn't know we had a twerking Rowdy Time emote too. Okay.
Oh no! Is that a twerk? What? Okay. And like is Yimmy's a twerk either? Come on, Animal. Let's be real here.
Yimmy's is a twerk, 100%. Yours is just like
a centipede gyrating.
Why are we judging my ass shaking? I did not know my ass twerking was gonna be shamed here. Wow,
yo, that is wild.
But if you want to know what my channel's about, there you go. That emote describes the channel perfectly. I don't have to say anything.
Yes. Hey guys, enjoy the rest of the game. I'm sorry I kept you so long. Glad we didn't miss any touchdowns or anything. But yo, I will definitely be messaging you guys again. I would love to have you guys back on. Enjoy the rest of your day, and yo, go Bengals.
Who day, baby?
Hey,
or Dolphins.
All
right, thank you so much.
Have a good one, brother.
All right, have a good one.
one.
See you guys.